Hello, how you doing? Welcome back, to another review. Today I'm going to do a reaction of three stories, three BLs. I'm going to talk about Boys in Love, Next Prince, and Lost in the Woods. So let's get straight into it, right? Okay. So with Boys in Love, I watched the first episode. It was nice. I basically watched it at twice the speed. It wasn't a bad story, but it did not have anything that made me super excited. Yes, it did not really have that. So I had to watch it at twice the speed just to finish the episode. Again, it wasn't bad, but it just didn't really get to me, right? So that's what I have to say about that one. And the next story is Next Prince. With Next Prince, I didn't really have much expectation for the story when I started, and it did not disappoint in that regard because the first 20 minutes or so was focused on things that I did not really care for. It just it was I don't know how to put this. It started it started in a good way. The man giving us an idea of how the kingdom is, and then it went into the guy on the horse and the guy painting and the guy dressing up and then having to fight somebody and then the other guy being a fencer and doing fencing. The point is it did not have anything going on that I cared enough to want to you know watch everything or enjoy everything. And yeah, spoiler alert, I didn't actually finish the episode. Yeah, I watched like about half of the episode and just called it a day. And probably there's a good story towards the end, maybe, I don't know, but it seems like I'm never gonna find out because I'm not going to continue. I just maybe it's not for me. Let's just put it that way. But it's just I could not connect to any of the characters or anything they have going on. I did not really care enough to even finish it, honestly. So that's how to say about that one. And the third story is Lost in the Woods. That one too, I didn't really care. It started off in a way that I found to be very pretentious. With the characters saying, "Do you know how I got here?" And I was like, I don't care how you got here because you've not given me anything to care about. That's the thing with story writing. Like, you have to make the audience or the person watching it care enough for your character so that they would want to care what your character does or do not do, right? But in basically all these three stories that I just mentioned, none of them did I really the writing did not really make me want to care about any of those characters enough to want to know more about their life and their stories. Yeah, so that's why I'm reacting to all three at the same time, or giving all three the review of all three at the same time. So that's what I'd say about that for now. Actually, let me add this one really quick to the to this video, and that is this BL Fight for You, right? Now that story, it was the vibe of it was nice. I enjoyed the vibe of the story, but it had nothing that was also pulling me in, just like the other stories. They just There was a lot of random stuff happening to reveal something at the end, but the thing that got revealed at the end, I didn't really care. It was like, oh, the guy is investigating him. Okay, why should I care that he's investigating him? What has he done, or what do people think that he's done to make him be investigated, right? I feel like at the very least there should have been little breadcrumbs in regards to that to make me quite interested to be like, oh, okay, then let's find out. But they didn't do any of that. They just set up the character in a way that shows that, oh, he cares about his sibling, he's a community person, he's this, he's that, and they then had the ending be the other guy investigating him. And I don't know, it feels like that was enough for me to care, and I'm sorry, it's not. It's I don't know, but I feel like if you're going to write a story, you have to set it up properly. For most of these stories, that's how it feels like. That's where the disconnect happens for me. If you've not written the character in a way for me to really care, it makes it harder for me to connect to anything else. And if your setup is also not good in terms of trying to make me invested in the in whatever plot that you have, it also makes it harder for me to care, you know. So it is what it is for most of these shows, and for other people, they're going to love it and enjoy it. But for me, I am not really much of a fan. So that's how to say for now. Anyway, bye again. And what did you all think about these shows? You can tell me. All right. And please don't hate on me, okay? This is my opinion. This is my review. Let's just leave it at that, okay? I'm being respectful and everything, okay? Anyway, that's it. Bye.